We are back. 2 more weeks, guys. 2 more weeks. May 28th. We are off of suspension. We will be able to live stream again. We're back. I'm mad excited for that. Been waiting for that for a long time. I got hit. I didn't even know some rules to some shit, and then I got hit with a fucking 6 month fucking live stream ban. So, mad excited to be coming off of that. Um, I want to talk about the first which is the next UFC event coming up here, UFC Fight Night in Chile. Um, Not that big of a card. I think there's two main fights that caught my eye on the card. It's obviously the main event, Kamaru Usman versus Damian Maia, which uh, I like Damian Maia as a jiu-jitsu guy. I think he's a great jiu-jitsu player. I think that he's going to get out-wrestled. uh, Usman's gonna land the takedowns, lay on top of him, and beat him up, just like a wrestler would. Um, so I got Usman in that fight, which I think a lot of other people are picking. I listened to the pro fighter picks, and I try to listen to what they say and stuff like that, and at least try to hear out a reason from them. But yeah, I just think he's gonna lay on top of him. Uh, Excuse me. I think on top of that, Damian Maya is old, so he might gas a lot quicker than he normally does. You never know. We'll see. We'll see how the fight goes. I think Kamaru Usman maybe third round TKO, fourth round TKO, maybe decision. Maybe Damian holds him out. Maybe he gets a decision win. But I think it's gonna be one of those kind of nights for Damian Maya. And then on the preliminary card, they got Brandon Moreno fighting Alejandro Pantoja, which I thought was an interesting fight because I remember watching that Ultimate Fighter when that Ultimate Fighter came on live on the TV. I watched the first episode or second episode, whatever, of the Ultimate Fighter, the Champions, whatever. Um, it was Brandon Moreno, the 16 seed, versus Alejandro Pantoja, the number one seed, and I remember it was a cool fight, man. They were both real good, and I was rooting for the underdog, of course, Moreno. So, and he was doing good. He was, it was mainly they were rolling. They were going back and forth on the floor, good turns. They were switching positions a lot. Neither one of them really had control for a long time, the entire fight. And then Pantoja caught him in a submission. Uh, I don't remember how long ago that was. I should have looked up the date on that. I don't remember how long ago that was, but I think Moreno's grown more as a fighter, and I got Moreno by submission this time. That was an Ultimate Fighter. Third round, I say Brandon Moreno by submission, maybe rear naked choke. Third round, somewhere in there. Which concludes what I think is all of UFC Chile. I don't really believe in the hype of that fight, but I do believe that the UFC has a lot of upcoming events that we should be excited for, so I'm not really tripping. I'm happy to see a free UFC card. It's always good. I ain't complaining at all. But the following Friday, we get spoiled because Bellator 200 in London is going to have Miracle Kokop knock out Roy Nelson, which Roy Nelson's got a chin, so I wouldn't put it past it going to a decision or Roy Nelson just, decision. Roy Nelson laying on him. Might be. But I think Krokop's got a good chance of knocking him out, and that's my pick. Is Miracle Krokop by knockout on Roy Nelson. The second fight is Carvalho versus Musasi. Musasi's first fight in Bellator, coming over from the UFC. I got Musasi. I think that he will become the champion in Bellator really quick. He was a great UFC fighter. They fell out over contract disputes or whatever. But hey, he's going to be the champion in Bellator. He's one of the best middleweights in the world, and I don't see many King Mo just said he was going down to middleweight, so I mean, he's got to fight King Mo, but we'll see. That's probably the next fight they'll make, honestly, if he's not fighting for the middleweight belt, or if this might. Is Carvalho got the middleweight belt? Fuck, should have looked that up too. Damn, slacking on my pimping today, guys. But but yeah, if it's not, or even if it is, I think King Mo might get an immediate middleweight title shot. You never know. Um, so, all right, keep going. Michael Page versus Rickles. It's cool. Always cool to see Michael Page beat somebody up. In my opinion, I like I like the showboat and shit. That shit's always cool. Phil Davis versus Linton Vasil, however you say his name. And I got my boy Linton because he followed me on Twitter. So stand up, Linton. You gonna knock that motherfucker out. Fuck Phil Davis. No offense, Phil Davis, but you ain't following me on Twitter, so fuck you for right now. Until you follow me on Twitter. And then maybe I'll make an accurate assessment of the fight. But for right now, Vasil's about to fuck you up, son. And then on the undercard, Charlie Ward, which is one of the Irish goons that came to the Barclays with Conor McGregor. It's one of Conor McGregor's friends, and yada yada. He's fighting on the undercard. His record's 4-3, man, and he's fighting a guy that's 1-1. We'll see. Maybe Conor McGregor will be there to jump in the cage and shit. It's also the guy that Conor McGregor jumped into the cage to celebrate his win. It's that guy. So let's see if he's gonna be there. I just got done watching Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Cleveland gave up, man. They might get shut out 4-0. They gave up in the end of the game. And I only watched the third quarter on, but they really did give up. And LeBron had a triple-double, whatever, yo. J.R. Smith's out here shoving Al Horford with like 3.5 minutes left. You guys are down 9. Like, what? Are you out of your mind? Dude, you're down 9. You're on the way back to catch up. You got 3.5 minutes to do it. And one of the best players in the world. Don't give them 2 free shots and get Al Horford all riled up. And then Al Horford goes in for like 2 more baskets after that. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. And that's why you lost. You guys are all pouting, shaking your heads. Nobody's really trying to get in there and fight for the win. You guys are down 2-0 now. My dad fucking called it. I started, first round of the playoffs, told everybody who was in it, he was like, Celtics going to win the whole thing. I ain't going to give them that much. I'm not right now. But what the fuck? I didn't expect them to go to the fucking finals. I thought they were going to be too young. It's good to see Al Horford beating LeBron James, though. It's beat him for so long in the playoffs. LeBron James shut down all those Atlanta teams. So that always sucked for Al Horford. And then, look now. Al Horford's got the 2-0 lead on you, LeBron. What you gonna do now? Let's see if he can come back. That'd be sick. But I don't like the fact of Golden State and Cleveland. So I would take Houston, Boston as my best case scenario because that's a cool game. Or Golden State, Boston, which is probably gonna happen because Golden State's up 1-0, 1-0, and it's just all about the depth, man. Because I didn't watch that game either. I looked at like the highlights, and then I kind of like skimmed through the play-by-plays, and then looked through the stats and stuff like that. But it's all about depth, because Harden scored more than Durant, right? And then, maybe Paul got outscored by Curry or whatever. there was a couple other ones, but Harden had like 41 to Durant's 34. You know, so I mean, and then you go to their bench and it's like 9 points, 6 points, 2 points on the bench. Like three people scored on the Houston Rockets bench, and then you go over to the Golden State team and they got like their bench is like 9 points, 8 points, 6 points, 6 points, 8 points. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all scoring. They're all, you know what I'm saying, building the score up on you guys. And they were fighting us. I seen the score at halftime, and Houston was fighting for it, man. But what's going to happen? I don't know. Game two's in Houston. Oh, yeah, it was only game one. So game two's going to be in Houston, too. And, was it in Houston? But, should have watched the game now. But, I don't know, man. I want Houston to win, but it's not looking good. It's looking like 4-0. Celtics 4-0. Golden State. If it keeps going the way it's going, you know. Oh yeah. Okay, last thing before the thing's over. Oh, this dude's fast. Yo, I got it. I usually jump up when there's bugs and shit and kill it, and you run the video, but I see a caterpillar crawling on the wall. I kill him when it's over because he's a caterpillar, so how far could it get, right? But, I don't know, dude went mad far just now. But anyway, I seen the Air Hawaiian show today. I heard about it yesterday, and I watched it today, where Chuck Liddell announced that he wants to come back. He said he's got a 3-fight plan, apparently. First fight he wants to be Tito, which is in the talks right now to be done. He's got to get cleared by the commission, a bunch of stuff like that. But, so he's got the fight with Tito he wants first, then he wants a second fight, and then he eventually wants John Jones. Here's my take, alright? I love that Chuck Liddell's coming back. You gotta protect your own self from being, brain damage is something crazy, and it's something fighters deal with. But you gotta protect yourself, man. If you think that your brain's getting too bad like that, like Chuck's might have, maybe Chuck's brain was like that, or maybe Chuck just drank too much. You know, I've seen the videos of Chuck slurring his words and stuff like that. Maybe that's CTE, or maybe Chuck just drank a little too much, you know? And that's why he was slurring his words back in the day. You know, maybe. Who knows? I ain't making no judgments. Point is, in my opinion, there's a lot of fights for him in Bellator. He was talking also about joining up with Oscar De La Hoya, with Golden Boy Productions, because he wanted to put together MMA